Hey guys, today my topic is point shoes and when we're ready for them. So first of all, I just wanted to let you know, obviously I'm not a professional dancer and I'm not a point shoe fitter. Obviously I'm not a doctor. I'm no professional anything. Obviously I'm 14 years old. But I do know a thing or two about point shoes. Not only do I have some of my own, but I had to write an essay about point shoes, which is crazy. We got to pick our topic in science class, which was awesome, but I picked point shoes and it had to be like a really long essay. And so yeah, I did a lot of research, and when you're ready for point shoes, what point shoes are made of, point dancers, like all that stuff. And so I do think I'm pretty qualified to tell you guys all the stuff that I know, and so that's why I'm here doing a video. The number one thing that the younger girls talk about at my studio is I'm old enough for point shoes. There are 8-year-olds in Russia on point. I'm old enough. It's not as much if you're old enough. It's more how your feet are, and if you are experienced enough and you have been trained in ballet. The normal age for going on point is from 9 to 12. I don't really agree with that, especially the younger end, because your feet aren't done or even close to done growing, and it could actually put a lot of pressure on those growing bones and stunt the growth, and then you won't be able to dance on point as long, and your point career could be cut a little bit shorter. Not everyone is like that. There are some professional dancers who have been going forever and started when they were 9 years old. So guys, with great power, #point shoes, comes great responsibility. So I'm not sure if a 8 or 9-year-old would be as mature and responsible with a pair of point shoes than maybe a 13-year-old would be. That's just my opinion. Not everyone has to follow that. Again, I'm not a professional anything. You don't have to listen to me. This is just my opinion. So that's the first thing, is just considering your age. The second thing you should consider is, are my feet strong? You may think that they're really strong, but try a releve on one foot. You can do like 20, 40, just see when you start getting tired. If you realize that it's kind of quickly, then your ankles aren't very strong. You should also get permission from a teacher before you decide to go shopping for point shoes. Your teacher will really have a say in that, and if your teacher has already told you that you're good to go for point shoes, that's really great. But something that you really should consider is just making sure that your feet are strong enough. I know I've kind of been saying this throughout the video, but the third thing is just trust your teacher. What she has to say about your feet and your point shoes should really affect your look on it, because she's probably more experienced with all this stuff than you are. And yeah, just ask her and trust her. If a teacher says no about point shoes, it's not the end of the world. I know since I was younger, I wanted a pair of point shoes of my own, even before I even took ballet. But really, just listen to your teacher. So I think that the fourth thing would be confidence. If you have confidence in yourself, then that makes all the difference. Again, teacher, make sure that's okay. But even if your teacher does say yes, if you're not confident in yourself and your feet, then you should probably wait a little while until you are confident. If you are scared out of your skin to go on point, that could be a good thing, just so that you know that you're going to be careful. But if you're really scared, you're going to puke if you go on point, don't do it. I'm pretty sure that no one would argue with you if you would just not do it. But if you feel really comfortable and have a lot of confidence in yourself, then that's gonna really help. The fifth thing is, make sure you don't have any bone ailments, like bone spurs or super bad bunions. Some people can get along with bunions, but bunions really aren't kind to people on point. And so if there's any way that you can avoid getting in too much pain on point with a bunion or a bone spur, that's great, but you just need to make sure that it's not too bad that you're going to need surgery if you go on point, or it's just going to mess up your feet even more. One of my friends has a really big bone spur / bunion in one of her feet, and she can't go on point because of it, because if she went on Pointe, even for a few years, she would be crippled after that because of the intense pain that she would be feeling. So just make sure with a doctor, or again, check with your teacher and just make sure that you have no bone ailments of any kind that you really need to worry about. If you have really bad bone spurs or bunions, there are some alternatives. You don't have to not go on Pointe unless they're as bad as the ones in this picture. You can always use these gel bunion support cushions that you can wear in your Pointe shoes, and it really soothes the pain. Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're gonna get your first pair of Pointe shoes really soon, congratulations. I'd love to hear about it. And if you have any feedback on this video, I'd love to hear it in the comments. And if you have any suggestions for anyone with bunions that could really help so that they can still go on Pointe, please post them in the comments. I'll see you guys later. Jesus loves you. Happy dancing.